Sportsman's Adventures is presented by Yamaha.
To most Americans, Alaska is the last frontier. Everywhere you look, there's nothing but beauty in the mountains, in the trees, in the glaciers, and in its culture. I recently took a summer cruise to Alaska with my family, and one of the excursions was a fly fishing trip. And you know I had to go. We climbed onto a classic float plane and headed off into the middle of nowhere. It's here where I first met our guide, Corey, and we had a blast catching pink salmon. After that experience, I knew I had to come back for more. What could be a better sportsman's adventure?
Go, baby, that's what I'm talking about!
Only a mama could love that mouth.
Bringing home the snappers! Hey, look at that!
When you go on these kinds of adventures, you have to have a few things. First, you'll need to have the right stuff to wear. So the people at Simms sent us gear from head to toe. You'll see why this is important later. Second, to get to really good fishing spots, you'll need transportation. No, not a bus. You'll need these. In Juneau, Alaska, there is an entire basin just for float planes. This is the only way to go. It can be bumpy, but the scenery is out of this world. Third, you'll need a guide, and Corey will be showing us all the good spots in and around the National Forest. Oh, there is one more thing, a fishing buddy to enjoy the adventure. My longtime friend Joe Niebuhr has been perfecting his fly fishing the last couple of years in the Florida Keys, and when I invited him to Alaska, he couldn't wait to get on the plane. And by the way, Joe is the owner of Contender Boats. He's got a passion for fast boats, but he'd love to put that aside for just a moment so he could catch his first salmon.
Oh, get him, Joey! So Corey, you know, how cool is this that a month ago today, I was here fishing with you. Oh, look at him jumping. Jumping.
So now that you've got one on, what are your thoughts? Humpies or silvers?
Well, I mean, I love the fact that they roll just like a tarpon, little tarpon, and they jump.
Yeah, they're one of the more active salmon, in my opinion. All right, Rick, so what I want you to do is just kind of take a couple steps back.
Okay.
A lot of times once they get into the shallows, they will take off on a run again.
Okay. Try to keep her head up. There you were right. The guide called it. So we're using a 7-foot rod. I mean a 7-weight rod, 9 foot long.
Yeah.
Floating lines.
Floating lines, they give a little better action, you know, even though the flies sink.
Right.
You just want to have...
Oh, hey! Joe's got him on double header!
Double! Hey!
Get him, Niebuhr!
All right.
Look at that fish go, Joe! Nice. Now, how big's that fish, Corey?
It was like around 10 pounds or so.
Now, that's a female? A hen?
This is
They call them hens, right?
Yeah.
Hens
This is
and
a
bucks,
male.
right?
You can see the nose kind of
Is it a
starting to
male?
get that hook jaw.
Uh-huh.
So, yeah.
Can we hold them up?
Sure, so if you want to hold it, you know, they're pretty wily. You're going to want to put your hand around the tail and grab super tight. That'll kind of cool it down.
Nice.
And then
Look how beautiful that fish is. Joe, you still got him? I'm gonna let this one go. We're gonna come up there and help you.
there you go. Got it, Rick.
Corey's headed your way, bro. That's some cold water. Whew. Nice. Hey, hey! There you go. That's your first salmon ever.
1.5.
Right on.
Now that's a male.
This is. Good work, Joe.
So Joe, you can see how his nose is starting to get the Jimmy Durante.
Call
Or
that
actually-
a kite.
Maybe. Could be a Joe Niebuhr.
Stop that, buddy.
Look at how beautiful this fish is, Joe.
Good work, gentlemen.
Nice.
Thank you, man. Thank you much.
Gotta kiss it.
Yeah, I ain't kidding.
I get it.
There you go.
Thank you, Mr. Salmon. Awesome. Awesome. Wow.
It's a shame to think all those fish are on their last leg. You gotta
Yeah,
go
man.
out. That's the way to go.
Yeah, man.
Good work, guys. Good
job.
work.
Good,
Get
good, good.
Let's get a few more.
Only got 500 more to catch. Wow. Really cool. That's how you do it, Joey.
Sportsman's Adventures is brought to you by Yamaha. Reliability starts here. Rapala. Another great day. Costa Sunglasses. See what's out there. Okuma. Inspired Fishing. VMC. Your expert in hooks. And STAR TRON. Cures and prevents fuel problems.
An entirely new species of extreme predator is moving offshore. The Yamaha 5.6-liter V8 XTO offshore outboard. Extreme big block thrust and power in the industry's first direct injection 4-stroke. Quiet, efficient, powerful, and proven Yamaha reliability. More than an outboard, it's a fully integrated power system. The all-new Yamaha V8 XTO offshore.
As close as you're gonna get to a sure thing for catching billfish is Guatemala.
They're here, man. This has been a 20-year run, buddy. These things haven't left. There's no cycle.
When it comes to sail fishing, this is the real deal.
The amount of sailfish here is ridiculous.
Building Conservation Trust, or BCT, is Coastal Conservation Association's national habitat program. BCT is striving to be the largest program of its kind in the United States by restoring degraded habitats, creating new habitats, advancing the science of coastal habitat and marine fisheries conservation, fostering habitat stewardship, and educating coastal communities of the value of conservation. Visit www.buildingconservation.org to learn more on how you can make a difference.
Thanks for watching Sportsman's Adventures. You can catch all the happenings, contests, and appearances by visiting us on sportsmansadventures.com. There you can find us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram and Twitter, but best of all, you never have to miss a show because you can find full episodes of Sportsman's Adventures along with tips and techniques, bonus clips, and even some bloopers. Also, if there's a product that we use during the show that you would like more information on, you can find links to our sponsors at the bottom of the home page.
Did you see that? Where I come from, that's the Alaskan version of the taxman. Just like sharks that get in the backcountry waters of the Florida Everglades, seals lurk in the shallow channels. They're more shy, but just as stealthy.
Oh, let's just make it a double. Hey!
Double. I don't think my net's big enough for 2 silvers at once, guys. Oh, Rick, that one you got's got some nice color to it.
Yeah. So let's talk about that, Corey. What about the colors? So what's going to happen is these fish hit the fresh water and their digestive system shuts down, yes? And they start living off of the fat that's in the orange meat that you see in the grocery store, yeah?
Yeah, essentially they hit the fresh water and their bodies are undergoing these changes. They stop feeding, but they get aggressive. So salmon fishing, you know, unlike fishing for probably some of the stuff you're used to in Florida, you're not eating, you're trying to make them angry.
Right.
So you do that by bright colors and movement profile.
Got it.
They all, you know, have their own unique characteristics once they're in spawning colors. And so cohos kind of get like a nice blush color.
How? So they go and these fish, their parents made them here in this river, and their DNA is what tells them to come up this particular creek, correct?
Correct, yep. You know, there's the occasional fish that'll stray
right
to a different river, but for the most part, they're all returning to where they were hatched.
And how long ago was that? Do you know, Corey? Any idea?
With these silvers, is right around 4 years.
And after they do this, it's over for them, right?
Yeah, so they'll be probably alive to some extent till October. And once they spawn, they will just kind of hang out in the rivers until they give up and die.
Wow.
It's a really cool part of this ecosystem, you know. All the trees, all the lush vegetation you see needs the fertilizer from all the dead salmon.
It's amazing.
To be this.
You can smell the fish, you know. Never! God, look how thick they are.
All right.
Oh, he's behind you. So look at how this one's already turning colors, Joe. So this is a male, huh?
It is.
So you know, Corey, when I remember when I was working here, every once in a while, you know, you'd have to go to have a shore lunch for the people. No. And what would happen is, when you'd cut this, the color of the meat wasn't nearly as pretty, because it was starting to, as he turns red, the meat turns opaque color.
Yeah, it gets mushy too.
Yeah.
It's not as firm.
It's not as good to eat. So he'll get reddish black, or that's just the kings?
They'll get a similar color to the kings, a little more red. Kind of like,
oh, there you go.
Where's it going? Not, I guess not as vibrant red, but more that kind of blush color.
Sportsman's Adventures is brought to you by Power Pole, Swift, Silent, Secure, Contender Boats, always in the game. Building Conservation Trust and the Coastal Conservation Association, partners in conservation. SoftScience, Supreme Comfort Footwear, Williamson Lures for the pelagic playground, and Sufix, always use the best line.
Remember the glory days of gasoline? It's just not made the same anymore.
Kick your gas into gear with STAR TRON. Pump up the performance in all of your engines. Cure the problems of ethanol with the power of enzymes. And maximize your mileage every time you drive. Kickstart your engines with STAR TRON.
It's one of the most ancient forms of hide and seek known to man. And nobody knows how to play the fishing game better than the backcountry guides and offshore captains of the Florida Keys and Key West. Ready or not, here we come.
I left the real world for this. This is my office. When the world's right, southeast wind, sun at my back, finding those color lines. Nervous water means it's go time. Right rod, right tackle. On the ride home, I scout for the next day. I pull in and start all over again. And that's the best thing about it.
New day, new location. The weather is better, but a much longer trek to get to where we want to fish. We're basically walking through the Bears' living room to get to Corey's spot. They know we're here, and lucky for us, they like to keep their distance.
Pink salmon.
Is it a pink?
It is.
This is my third species of salmon.
Yeah, get you a chum, that'll be 4 or 5.
4, I think. I got, what did I catch yesterday? 2.
Sockeye and coho.
Sockeye and coho. So now here we got number 3, the pink.
Pinky.
Come here, Pinky. Oh. Got some life in them.
Yeah, they're not too bad. Some of them, you know, they're the longest running salmon around here for us, so there's a few that are a little more lively.
What you got on there, Joey?
What?
Humpy?
No, got a little pinky.
What do you think, Neeb?
All right. Big spots.
Here, hold on a second. Let me take a picture of this.
That's a cool, isn't it?
Right on.
Corey, you got a pretty nice office here, buddy.
It's not too bad. Especially a beautiful day like this.
So how late is the run? I know it starts in May and it goes, these pinks, when I came in August with my family, were pretty silver and they're pretty beat up now.
Yeah, they're about done. Maybe the next rain will flush them
What you
out.
got there,
they won't
Ricky?
have the energy to
What's that, Rick?
hold in the river.
The pink salmon, and it ate my fly. Nice.
There you go.
Get him, Joe. There you go, Joe. That looks like a really nice one, Joe.
It's a better fish.
What we got there?
Cuddy?
That's a Dolly Varden.
That's a Dolly Varden.
Yeah.
Show me that.
Yeah, I'll show.
Cool. Hey, you checking the boxes, Pop? See his spots,
Oh, look how
Joe?
pretty those.
So the char is a lighter fish, or a darker fish with those lighter spots.
Right.
Whereas the trout are a lighter fish with
So
the
that's
dark
a char
spots.
there, right? And also
Yep.
the dorsal's different on the char, right?
Yep.
Go ahead and let her go. Come on. Come on. Species number 5. What do you got, Daddy?
I got nastiness. Oh, yeah. Ooh. I don't want to touch that mess. Oh, I got off lucky. I thought I was gonna have to touch that stinky, nasty thing.
Sportsman's Adventures is brought to you by Ameritrail. Load, launch, relax. Maverick Boat Group, makers of premium boat brands Maverick, Hughes, Pathfinder, and Cobia. SoftScience, supreme comfort footwear. The American Fishing Tackle Company, any fish, any water, since 1958. The Florida Keys and Key West, come as you are. And GARMIN, join the club.
An entirely new species of extreme predator is moving offshore. The Yamaha 5.6-liter V8 XTO offshore outboard. Extreme big block thrust and power in the industry's first direct injection 4-stroke. Quiet, efficient, powerful, and proven Yamaha reliability. More than an outboard, it's a fully integrated power system. The all-new Yamaha V8 XTO offshore.
Our base of operation for this adventure is Juneau, the capital of Alaska. Gold mining was a big deal in the early 1900s, and the miners needed a place to live. So downtown Juneau was born. The city is unusual because there's no roads connecting the city to the rest of Alaska due to the rugged surroundings. So really, it's an island. You can only get to Juneau by ship or airplane, and my advice is to make the trip. Juneau's beauty is how its culture embraces nature. There are some beautiful ways natives still pay homage to their friends of land, sky, and water. And as far as we're concerned, it's also a place to have some fun.
I think a lot of people underestimate chum salmon as a sport fish.
Come on, buddy. Come on, mama. I'll let you go here in a second. Nice. Yep, that would be him. Look at the teeth on these things, Corey.
Mega.
Yo, come here and look at this, man.
I'm coming, Daddy. I want to see what this big brute looks like.
Cool. All right, coming your way, Joe. Stay right there.
Whoa, yeah,
here.
man.
Double. It's like last night we went to the crab shack. Large bucket. Double.
Large bucket.
Now what is this? The dolly, right?
This is a Dolly Varden char.
Look at this. Cool, baby.
Hey, Rick.
Yeah.
I love this little stuff, man.
Yeah, man.
Kind of like bone fishing, but different. Look at this little peppy thing going upstream. Yeah.
It's a hefty looking char.
You got a forcep handy there, Doctor?
I sure do.
It won't take much.
There we go. Joe, come on down this way a little bit. There's cutthroat swimming around right there.
I got something on.
Oh, you do? Pink salmon.
What you got, Ricky?
I got pink salmon, man. A male pink salmon.
Double.
Not getting quite as worn out. Letting these things go.
Double, double. Triple.
So where would a cutthroat speed land?
They're gonna be tucked up underneath all these salmon.
Come back, my friend.
They do like that thin mint.
They do. I mean, it's in his face.
Yeah, they're biting on these.
We can't believe all the different kinds of salmon we caught on this trip. It's not often we get to fish in a beautiful forest. And it's not often we carry just one pole around. But the one thing is for sure, we'll come back for another sportsman's adventure.
Keep up with the latest Sportsman's Adventures news and events by logging into our website at sportsmansadventures.com and following us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Coming up next week on Sportsman's Adventures with Captain Rick Murphy.
Captain Brian Sanders guides us to one of the best fishing islands around, Chokoloskee, Florida. He's got some ideas on where we can catch some huge snook and larger-than-life black drum.